The arowana is not just any fish. There is no ordinary fish that can match the elegance of the arowana. With a calm swimming style and confident personality, the arowana is regarded as the king of all ornamental fish. It is the only ornamental fish that can display an elegant style, although kept on its own in an aquarium. The people of Asia hold this extremely valuable fish species in high regard. With large scales like those found on a dragon and a pair of barbels similar to a dragon's, the arowana is also called the dragon fish by the Chinese community. In Malaysia, it is known as ikan kalisa. People constantly associate the arawana's beauty and authority with good luck and feng shui. Hobbyists believe that this fish will change their luck, prevent misfortune, protect the harmony of the home and the office, as well as maintain the health of its owner. On these grounds, there is no wonder that the arowana is reputed to be the most expensive ornamental fish. In Japan, there are hobbyists who get their beloved arowana insured, where the premium can be paid in installments. Generally, the arowana is found in several major places in the world. In South America, the arowana species that can be found include the silver arowana from the Amazon River, Nigeria and Brazil, and the black arowana from Brazil, South America and Rio Negro. In Australia, the arowana species include the northern barramundi from Queensland and Northern Australia, and spotted barramundi from Eastern Australia. The Asian region is the source of the most valuable arowana species. They are highly prized due to their endangered status. Among the well-known species are crossback golden or Malaysia golden that originates from Peninsular Malaysia. This fish has gold-edged scales all over its body, including the dorsal area when it matures. Red-tail golden comes from Sumatra, Indonesia. Unlike the crossback golden, the dorsal scales of the red-tail golden are dark without the golden gloss. Super red originates from Kalimantan, Indonesia. The gills and scales and 3 back fins turn a bright red color upon maturity. Green is distributed in many Asian countries. Its translucent scales are pale green in color. The 3 back fins are brown. Yellowtail or Banja red comes from Kalimantan, Indonesia. Like its name, the tail and fins turn yellow once the fish matures. Demand for this fish has pushed the Asian arowana to the brink of extinction. In the 70s, the Asian arowana was abundant in Malaysia's rivers. It used to sell at a lower price for local cuisine.
In the olden days, the catch was fantastic. Every time on expedition, we managed to catch between 10 to 15 fish. However, now, the catch has decreased. Sometimes we don't even get a single fish in the whole season. I bought a 6 inches fish with 7 ringgit and sold it at 14 ringgit Malaysia. Now, a similar fish is worth more than 5,000 ringgit Malaysia.
However, as people learned the value of the fish, and as the environmental conditions deteriorated, the number of arowana soon depleted. Today, in a lake at Bukit Merah, northern Malaysia, which used to be a popular spot for the Asian arowana, fishermen still try their luck to hunt for this precious species. They travel in sampans with light bulbs fixed on their foreheads. The fish is stunned when its eyes catch the beam. The helpless fish is then caught with a net. Why are ornamental fish hobbyists so attracted and so desperate to own an arowana? What is the attraction of the fish?
Perhaps it is because this fish is almost extinct, and some people regard this fish as a living fossil. Some are attracted by the richly colored scales. This fish also represents nobility and elegance. Traders believe that rearing an arowana can bring luck. Aside from the Chinese, other races also believe this.
In the case of a new hobbyist, what is the criteria for buying an arowana?
This depends on the type of fish you choose. Generally, the fish must look healthy, have a sufficiently broad body, and its barbels must be straight. Its scales must shine, and the tail be sufficiently broad.
The silver arowana has earned the name water monkey due to its incredible ability to jump. Its feeding style is amazing. Its body bends to form an S before it springs to the surface of the water to catch its prey. The arowana is a territorial fish. Therefore, to avoid any conflict in the aquarium, the other community fish chosen should be tame and small eaters. One of the species of choice is the stingray. This pairing is suitable as the arowana tends to swim close to the surface of the water, whereas the flat-bodied stingray is always in the lower area. Aside from that, whatever food that is not finished by the arowana will be eaten by the stingray, with its mouth pointed to the bottom of the aquarium. Furthermore, the stingray's swimming action sweeps the bottom and sides of the aquarium, helping to clean up the dirt particles. Aside from the stingray, another species that can be kept with the arowana is the Siamese tiger and the Indonesian tiger. This fish looks like the personal attendants of the kingfish, always giving it priority in terms of food as well as swimming space. The presence of the arowana, the stingray, and the Siamese tiger and Indonesian tiger in an aquarium is an ideal grouping. Other suitable species that can live alongside the arowana include the garfish, Polypterus, flag-tailed Procylidus, blood parrot, etc. These fish are not big eaters and are less active, thereby avoiding any territorial or food dispute. Many hobbyists like to keep several arowana in an aquarium. Many arowana in an aquarium is said to multiply the magnificence of the fish. However, this is not always successful. Let's hear some tips from the experts about the ways to look after several arowana in one aquarium.
I would advise them to have a bigger tank, big tank, a very big tank, and introduce all the arowana at one time. That means you want to keep 5 or 6 all introduced at one time. And don't try to introduce another new one inside. Usually the new one will be beaten to death. If you want to put in an extra one or add an extra one inside, please take out all the fishes again. Then try to reshuffle some of the decoration in your tank or anything like that. Then reintroduce back your fishes inside. That means new environment, they won't fight. No territory make anything like that.
Keeping more than one arowana in an aquarium has never been easy. Here, let us witness a real case of this situation. A research has been conducted in this L-shaped aquarium, which has the dimensions of 10 by 9 feet, with a width of 3 feet and a depth of 2.5 feet. On day 1, 7 arowanas of equal size are put into an aquarium at the same time. The result is they fight amongst each other. However, since the environment is still new and no territory has yet been occupied by any dominant member, the fight is mild. On day 2, resulting from the fight, small injuries like torn and split tails are seen. The damage, however, is very minimal. Everything appears normal on the next 2 days. All the fish manage to find their own way to live together. On day 5, another arowana is added into the aquarium, which has hosted 7 arowanas for the past 4 days. This new member is slightly bigger in size and apparently fiercer. It is expected that this new fish will be attacked by the existing group of fish. However, surprisingly, the new fish shows its aggression by attacking the rest. It survives well without any injury. On the contrary, the earlier group suffers from further tail breaking. On day 6, everything seems normal. On day 7, another new arowana is added into the aquarium. This fish is about 2 feet in length, obviously bigger than the rest of the members in the aquarium. However, things do not turn out as expected. It is attacked by the other fish despite its size. Its tail breaks. In conclusion, the saying of "the new arowana will be attacked by the existing members in the aquarium" is not always true. There are chances where the new arowana will dominate the old community members. Moreover, the size of the fish does not matter all the time. It all depends on the traits of the fish. Sian Leng Holdings Berhad, situated in southern Malaysia, is a famous arowana producer. In 1994, the Sian Leng farm emerged as the first fish farm to receive the CITES, Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species certification. The use of the latest technology in the day-to-day management of the Sian Leng fish farm has led to the production of arowana of guaranteed quality. In line with the conditions set by CITES, each arowana is fitted with a microchip or Passive Integrated Transponder (PIT) for tracking purposes. The breeding process of the arowana is extremely different to that of other ornamental fish. This fish is a mouth brooder that keeps the fish fetus in its mouth until it is mature enough to be born.
The arowana's breeding process is very interesting. Firstly, it has to choose its own mate, and then they can begin the courtship process.
During the courtship process, the male and the female will court until the female lays her eggs and the male fertilizes them. The fertilized eggs will be kept in the male fish's mouth. After this, the male rarely eats. After being in the male fish's mouth for approximately 60 days, the awaited moment by arowana traders is here. That is, time to welcome the arrival of the baby arowanas into the world. The task of receiving the fish fry is not an easy one. Experience and determination are the main factors to completing this job.
The first time I welcomed the birth of the fish, I was nervous. When I assisted the parent fish in removing the fry from its mouth, the parent put up a strong fight. This added to my nervousness. As a result, I hurt my hand and a fry will also hurt. This was an unforgettable experience.
After buying this favorite fish, what are the next steps a hobbyist must take?
We would advise hobbyists to allow the water to go through a filter system for 3 days before putting the fish in. We also hope the purchased fish can be kept for 8 to 10 years, even 30 years. We would not encourage a hobbyist to buy a fish and put it straight away into the aquarium on the same day. After buying a fish, a hobbyist should mix the water from the aquarium to make up 50% of the water in the plastic bag containing the fish. Leave it for 15 minutes before putting the fish into the aquarium. This will help the fish to adapt, as water quality changes from place to place.
Aside from this, a hobbyist should also note that the arowana is a species that has a strong tendency to jump. The aquarium should be covered properly to avoid the arowana from jumping out and getting hurt. Each hobbyist's wish is to have a healthy and active pet. What daily maintenance needs to be carried out to ensure that the fish is always in an optimum state?
Arowana, I should say, is the easiest to keep. Through the 22 years of business, I find arowana is the easiest. You have to have a good, proper filter. And when you change water, make sure they add anti-chlorine first before the tap water. Most people do is they add tap water first, then only they put anti-chlorine. That's where the mistake is. That's how the arowana die. Other than that, arowana are very strong and tough fishes.
Hobbyists can run water quality tests from time to time to ensure optimum water conditions. The pH suitable for arowana is 6.5. Continuing R&D ensures that quality species are produced.
Arowana R&D has advanced in the last decade or so. From the genetic selective breeding and crossbreeding perspective, we can get new variants. The second result of R&D is enhanced and shiny colors. And the third is an improved body shape finish. A lot has been achieved through R&D.
The main food for pet arowanas include fish fry, small shrimp, frogs, cockroaches, centipedes, and maggots, to name a few.
The food, try to train the arowana to eat market prawns. They are not so, they won't bring diseases from the live fishes you buy from those we call feeder fish and all these things where they are harvested from mud pond where they contain a lot of diseases. These are the feeder fish that spread diseases to your arowanas. And they are also easy to kill, not hard, very easy to kill.
Hobbyists are advised not to continuously give the same food to the arowana. This will result in the arowana becoming selective with its food. One of the most treasured moments for an owner is to watch the